Hello, good morning, my beautiful friends. Welcome to my weekly live stream. This is my weekly live stream where we talk about new beauty releases. If you are new around here, I hope you'll consider subscribing down below so you can get notified when I go live. So I go live every single Sunday around 9 to 10 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And we just talk about new beauty releases. I share my screen on Instagram and we go through and have a chat, what we like, what we don't like about all the new beauty releases, whether I'm going to be picking them up. And while you guys are here, you can jump on into the comments live and let me know what you think about everything. I will insert my disclaimer here. If you don't like hearing people bash or badmouth brands that you absolutely love, or influencer collabs, if you feel personally attacked when people don't like influencer collabs or certain products from certain brands, this is probably not the place for you, because I know myself as well as my community are quite highly critical at the moment of beauty releases. We are all working on getting our collections down and really getting a lot of use out of what we already have. And I know a lot of my community already have quite a large beauty collection as well. So we are very highly critical and we want to make sure everything that we're bringing into our collection is absolutely perfect before we commit to coming in or bringing something new into our collection and spending our hard-earned money on beauty. So if you are here, if you're jumping on in as I'm going through, let me know you're here in the comments. And if you are watching the playback, be sure to sound off in the comments your thoughts on everything as we go through. And we can have a chat after the fact about things in the comments. And yeah, without further ado, let's jump on into it. And if you are here, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, a big like. That way YouTube pushes my live streams out to more people so more people can find my channel. And yeah, I'm going to share my screen. We're going to jump on over to Instagram and have a chat. Let me just make sure I still haven't gotten myself like a second screen. So I have to make everything quite small on my little like 13-inch Mac screen for me to be able to see the comments and what I am sharing with you. Okay, so, and hopefully, I think I've sorted everything out with my internet now. So hopefully we don't crash halfway through, which happened a couple of weeks ago. Fiona W is here. Happy Sunday to you too as well, Fiona. I'm glad that you could make it. And I'm excited to talk about some new beauty releases with you all. Okay, so as per usual, I don't know why I write new. I always write new instead of beauty news. I always get them the wrong way around. So for my new beauty releases on Instagram, I follow the girls from Beauty News, so Kat and Haley. They are always up to date with the new products that are coming out quite regularly, as well as Trend Mood, where there's any gaps or anything that's not on the Beauty News page. And then for indie makeup, I follow Indie Mood as well as Indie Makeup Spotlight for any indie related new beauty releases. So when I was getting my thumbnail prepared for this video last night, I was scrolling through Instagram and there's really not that much stuff that has been released this last week, or in my opinion, not anything really overly exciting that has been released in the last couple of weeks. But we're going to start with this Marc Jacobs Glow Away Bronzing Coconut Body Stick. This is definitely something that I don't really have a use for. I can see how it could be useful. I tend to not really put much effort into my body when it comes to like shoulders down. I don't really put much effort into like bronzing or like fake tanning, anything like that. I just don't have the time for it. So I definitely think that the effect of this looks beautiful. Like the arms on the left as we're looking at it are the after photos. And I think if this was a product that didn't rub off on your clothes or didn't leave any streaks or anything on your clothes, or like when you hugged someone, it didn't rub off on them, I think it would be a really pretty product and I think it could be really effective. It definitely does leave a really nice sheen on the skin, I'm not going to lie. definitely leaves. I would be interested to know how far this stick goes as well, because these photos back here, this one in particular, looks like they've done pretty much their whole body. I would be very interested to know how far this stick goes. Like, is it gonna be basically one stick for one whole body application? Yeah, I'm not going to pick it up, but I definitely do. I definitely do see a use for it, just not for me. Just trying to see. Okay, here we go. So this is supposed to be waterproof, and it's supposed to be all over body bronzer for an instant natural looking glow, blurs the looks of imperfections to make skin appear smoother. I also think this would be really useful, particularly if you're someone that likes to like wear skirts or shorts a lot, but you feel conscious about having your legs really pale or any like imperfections on your legs. I think this could be a really nice product for that, to just put on your legs, similar to the Sally Hansen, I can't remember, the airbrushed legs or whatever it is. I think this could be a really nice product as well. It would just depend on how easily it was to spread and apply to your legs, like how quick it would be. But I think if you are someone that likes having at least a nice glow on your décolletage or on your legs, if you're conscious, as I said about that, this could be a really nice product for that. If you have any sensitivities to coconut or any sensitivities to the scent of coconut, I probably would say avoid this, because I'm imagining that this would probably be quite coconut scented, just because of the fact that it is one of the main ingredients in the product. So I like the idea of it. They could probably definitely come out with some more shades rather than just light, medium, and deep. But I think it would look really nice on the skin anyway. And it probably would cover a fair few amount of skin tones just with the light, medium, and deep, just because of the way that it is just more like a glowy product with a bit of a bronzer tint in it. Definitely looks nice on the skin, but I don't have time for that. I don't have time for that at all. Next is these pretty looking blushes from Pure Cosmetics. So these are the Blushing Act Skin Perfecting Powders. So these are supposed to be, okay, so a massive trend that we were going to see this year is makeup infused with skincare. And this is one of those products. So this is supposed to have skincare ingredients in your blush. Like, people don't apply all that much blush in a day. So I don't know why we need skincare in our blush. It's not really covering that much area anyway. So this is supposed to have creatine in it. It's supposed to have a nourishing energy complex in it. Yeah, I don't know why we need skincare in our blush, but I will say these colors look really pretty. I really like how these colors look. Definitely probably not going to show up on the deepest of deep skin tones at all, but I think that this pale one is really pretty, and this one as well. I think a light hand with this one on my skin tone would look really pretty, and then you could probably go a little bit heavier handed with this peachy color. I really like both of these colors. I think the whole skincare infusion is an absolute waste of time, and it's just kind of a gimmick, especially when it comes to blush. Maybe if it was a bronzer, that might be more appropriate or make more sense, because you're applying bronzer to more of your face. But blush, you're literally like applying to your cheekbones and then like up, like probably not even a third of your face you're going to put blush on. So complete waste of time having this whole energy complex and creatine complex. But the colors are pretty. The colors are very pretty. I don't know where we can get Pure Cosmetics in Australia. I think they might ship from their website. Other than that, I don't think there's somewhere in Australia that actually stocks Pure Cosmetics. I really like the design of the pan as well. Do I need more blush? 100% not. But if I was in store and I swatched these and I liked how they looked on my skin tone, I could potentially see myself being very tempted to pick up probably both of these colors in this blush. I don't know why, but they just look really pretty. And I like how they're kind of like an illuminating blush as well. 26 US dollars. So in Australian dollars, it's going to be hella expensive for a blush. Yeah, I would consider it if I could swatch it, but I wouldn't order it online purely to get the blushes, if that makes sense. Like if I was ordering from Pure, I may throw this into my cart to get above like a free shipping rate or something like that. Or if I was in, say, a Mecca, for example, and this was there and I was able to swatch it, I probably would buy both. But I'm not going to go out of my way and place an order with Pure Cosmetics just to get these blushes. Fiona says, I am lazy. I would put jeans on to cover up my legs. Yeah, I'm the same. I would much rather just throw on a pair of long pants than go to the effort of putting bronzer on my legs. Or I would just embrace the paste, which is what I'm pretty much doing at the moment. At the moment, just like throw on a pair of shorts and be done with it. And I'm like, who gives a crap about my pasty legs? Like, I'm just going to embrace it. Next is this kind of really weird. I thought that this was advertising something for Kesha's brand with, what's that brand called? I can't even remember it now. Hip Dot. I thought that this was part of like a new product from Kesha, because this person here with this eyeliner looks very similar to Kesha in my opinion, but it's not. It is a Gucci collection, and this is advertising a new lip product, a lipstick or lipsticks. So yeah, I see that this, like, we have her applying a lipstick to him and like that's the actual product, but the whole thing out of this whole ad that stands out to me is this eyeliner. And I think it's really cool. I really like the way that the eyeliner's been done, but I feel like this is more of the emphasis in this advertising photo than the lipstick. But anyway, moving on, we have some metallic lipsticks. Some metallic lipsticks, which the colors don't look that great. Not gonna lie, they don't appeal to me at all. When I look at these, I see ColourPop. Like, I feel like this looks very reminiscent to the ColourPop, and I think they had, instead of the black, they had a gold. I think they had a gold cap, and I think it had stars on it. I can't remember who they collaborated with. But this reminds me of ColourPop, like hands down. So definitely not going to buy any of this because they're metallic. They're way, way, way overpriced. So these are 46 US dollars each. So hella expensive in Australian dollars. And they look really cheap to me. I don't think that these look attractive. Like the colors, the packaging looks really cheap to me. Like, it looks like something that you could get off, I don't know, like AliExpress or something like that, or something that ColourPop would use for one of their collections. And you could, yeah, yeah. I don't know. And like I said, I don't think this ad is very useful to advertise the lipstick. To me, I automatically look at the eyeliner. I just think this is really weird. Like, Gucci is just out of touch with what's going on in the beauty industry at the moment. These colors they're not it. They look quite like astrology, what's the word? Like astrology themed almost. When you see the metallics and you see the different colors, they look kind of like the different colors of people's birthstones with the stars. Like, it looks quite astrology themed, but they're just metallic lipsticks. Okay, so these are inspired by iconic Hollywood movies and characters from the Gilded Era. Okay, so that makes sense. So they're all named, like, there's Goldie Red, Letty Orange, Norma Pink, after different characters and different people from the era. So yeah, I don't know whether that's really completely inspired, but anyway, I just think it looks really cheap. It's not it. Not it at all. We have another Backstage Eye palette from Dior. So these are, well, they're 8-pan eyeshadow palettes, and then they have a concealer cream, like eyeshadow primer base in them. One of my like favorite makeup artists that I follow on Instagram, she's actually like a Brisbane-based makeup artist. She does amazing looks. She absolutely loves these palettes, but I hate the idea. Like, I despise the idea of putting a cream in a palette with powders. I think if you are really neat and tidy and quite like gentle with your eyeshadows, I'm not quite sure what the Dior eyeshadow formula is like, whether it's super duper powdery or whether it's quite densely packed, whether it kicks up a lot of powder when you put your brush in. If it does, this cream is going to be filled with powder within a couple of uses because it's going to get manky and janky and gross. I just hate the idea of putting a cream in a palette of powders. I just think it's the worst idea, particularly if you're not going to be putting like a little flap over it or something like that. I think it should come separate. I think it should be a 9-pan eyeshadow palette, and then it comes with a separate primer, or you can buy the primer separately in a pot or a tube or a squeezy tube, something like that. I think that's a much better idea than having it in the palette. And then you're going to go through this probably pretty quickly if you are applying this every day or every time you're using the eyeshadows. And then you're going to have like this empty pan where a cream was, and then the rest of the eyeshadow palette. So I like the color story and the color theme of this palette. The swatches look really nice, and I am a sucker for these like reddy burgundy colors. Absolute sucker for them. But I'm not going to be picking up this palette purely because it has this cream in it. I just can't. I just can't. And the way that they are designed, I know a lot of people said with the Huda Beauty new nude palette, that was the one that had the eyeshadow primer in it, when they weren't using it, or if they didn't use it a lot, it went almost like dry and a lot like the texture changed really quickly on it because it wasn't completely sealed. Like having a palette, it's not completely sealed as much as you would with a jar or a squeezy tube or something like that. So this is going to change texture and formula really quickly because it's not airtight. So I don't like the idea of it. I wish it was separate. It might be a really good primer, but I just wish it was separate to the eyeshadows. I just hate it when they mix it. And I will have that rant until the day I die because I don't like it. I don't like it. Next are some new 9-pan eyeshadow palettes from Huda Beauty. And these are pastel inspired. What are these? They're her Obsession palettes. So we have a rose, a mint, and a lilac. Now, I don't know. I'm kind of on the fence when it comes to Huda Beauty. I like her palettes, but I don't love her palettes. I like aspects of all her palettes, but there's a lot about them that I don't like. And I think a lot of her palettes are highly dupeable. So I think a lot of the time you need to go into buying Huda Beauty palettes knowing the formula, because the formula is quite consistent between the eyeshadow palettes. And if you don't like the formula, I wouldn't recommend buying any more of her eyeshadow palettes. So this first one here is the rose. Then we have the mint, and then we have the lilac. Now, out of all of these, this lilac one is stunning, absolutely stunning. But none of these colors are unique to my collection. None of them are unique at all. And like I said, I don't love the Huda Beauty eyeshadow formula enough to probably buy any of these, particularly when they are all quite dupeable. And I don't wear mints really enough. I think I have enough colors to really get me by when it comes to wearing mint eyeshadow. And And then this rose one, I don't know, it looks a bit mishmashy to me. Like it looks not 100% cohesive like the other two do. This is supposed to have a new formula in the palette. So it's supposed to be a metallic jelly formula. So this is the, I don't know whether these are two different. So there's a metallic jelly formula and a stunning tie-dye swirl shimmer. So that is this one right here. These ones here kind of looks like mint chocolate chip ice cream. And then there's this metallic jelly formula. So not quite sure. I would definitely have to probably try and swatch these in store to see if I like the texture of them, because I do find some of Huda Beauty's metallic formulas I don't enjoy as much as I do her other formulas. So that if these are very similar to the formula that I don't enjoy, I probably wouldn't pick it up. So it just depends on which formula it is. That more like pressed glitter formula from Huda Beauty is the one that I don't enjoy. So it just depends on those two new formulas and how they feel and whether I would use them a lot. But none of these grab my eye. None of them I would really get much use out of. And if I did want any of these, I probably would just pick up the ones from ColourPop, to be honest, because these are $29 each. And I think in Australia, they're sitting about like $54 each. And ColourPop is $12. So I think I would definitely go with them. And they definitely, I know for certain, they have a mint one and a lilac one. I'm not sure if they have a specific rose one, but I know you could probably easily find one in the ColourPop monochromatic series that is quite similar to this rose one. Okay. Fiona says, I love the lilac one too, but once again, I don't need it. I have the ColourPop lilac palette and that's enough for me. Exactly, yeah. And I think the ColourPop one is quite similar to, or both of the ColourPop ones that I know of are quite similar to these. So I don't think you really need to go out of your way and buy these if you already have them. The beauty of these ones though is they do have some of these like transition colors that you could probably use more so than the ColourPop ones. The ColourPop ones are quite true monochromatic, whereas these have a little bit of a mixture in them of other colors that I guess Huda thinks would complement like the rose color or the mint or the lilac. So, but most people 100% will already have these kind of colors, these transition colors that she's paired with these palettes already in their collection. Her swatches, I will say Huda Beauty swatches always look beautiful. And I'm not saying her palettes don't swatch beautifully, but I don't know what kind of magic they are doing over at Huda Beauty Central, but my swatches never look like this when it comes to Huda Beauty palettes. I don't know what they're doing over there, but they definitely know how to make their palettes swatch nicely in photos. Okay, we have Carolyn has made it to the live chat. Good morning, Carolyn. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so there's a fair few brands that have come out with like, what was I going to say? Skincare. Brain fart there for a second. Skincare products or like priming products, powder products this week. So this is the new Advanced Primed and Poreless Face Powder and Face Primer. I don't know what they mean when it comes to advanced primed and poreless. It doesn't really say what is advanced about these because these are already in the primed and poreless range. So there is already a primed and poreless face powder. I'm pretty sure there's a primed and poreless face primer. I don't know what's advanced about these because Jared hasn't told us. So I guess we'll have to wait and see. I will say though, the primed and poreless powder, I had one of them and I panned it years ago, like many years ago. And I actually quite liked that powder. Would I buy it again? Probably not because it's really expensive. But the primed and poreless powder, if you have really oily skin, is quite a nice one. I just don't know what's advanced about these, and whether this is a new formula and they're getting rid of the old one, or if this is an addition to the primed and poreless range. So I guess we shall see with this one. We shall see. Yeah, I don't know whether this is just new packaging or whether it's a new formula or whether it's an addition and there's more like blurring effects to these two products. Who knows? Who knows? Okay, we have some new releases from Sleek Makeup, and I don't remember the last time I saw something new from Sleek, but I'm excited to talk about this. This palette here, like, I know it doesn't look like Pat McGrath, but when I saw it, I was like, is that a new palette from Pat McGrath? It's not. It's definitely not. But this palette is quite cool. I remember buying Sleek Makeup back in the day. Like, Sleek palettes were some of the first palettes that I brought. And I think they're pretty good quality. I still have like one of their blush trios. I still have their bronzer and highlighter duo. I think I've decluttered the palettes that I had from Sleek, but they were quite nice palettes. I like the size of the Sleek palettes. I love the price tag because I think even in Australian dollars, I think these Sleek palettes are only about $15, which is really good price. The fact that this highlighter palette here only has powders in it, praise the Lord that they decided not to mix creams and powders in this palette this time. I think that's a great idea because I, once again, hate when they mix creams and powders in the same palette without having some kind of protective cap or flip down plastic or something over the creams. I don't think I'm going to buy anything in this collection. This palette, I mean, I like the color story. I think it's quite, not that it's unique, but it's kind of the same as what we've already got or what's popular at the moment, but with a little bit of a twist. And so I do think it's a little bit unique and it's a nice twist on what we've got at the moment in the market. So I do appreciate it. I do like it. The highlighter palette, I'm probably not going to use half of this, so I don't think it would work for my skin tone. And if I did pick it up, it would take me forever to get through. I could probably use this as a blush, but I would have to use a very, very, very light hand. So I'm going to pass on that one. And then this liquid highlighter, I don't use liquid highlighters, so I'm going to pass on this whole collection. Maybe if I saw this iDivine eyeshadow palette in store and I swatched it, I would consider picking it up. I think Sleek is still available I think it's in Target in Australia. I'm certain Target still stock Sleek in Australia. So maybe I can check it out. I don't know. Carolyn says that she has the original primed and poreless primer, but it's not quite poreless enough for my needs. Well, maybe the advanced version. Maybe that's what's advanced about it. Maybe that might be more poreless enough with the advanced technology. Michelle says, hello, I remember Sleek being in Target, but I think it's not there anymore. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. That's annoying. That is really annoying. Actually, let me see, because I think Target Australia has, I think you can buy from Target Australia online now. Let me check Google. Let's have a look. Will you tell me? That's kind of heartbreaking because, mind you, though, I don't remember the last time I went to Target to buy my makeup. In the shopping center where I live, it is like in the old section. So my town has a shopping center that's had like extensions, and the Target in my shopping center is in the old section, and that's a section that no one ever goes to. I don't even remember the last time I walked into Target. That's really sad that Sleek's not there anymore. But I kind of understand why, because, yeah, I don't know anyone that goes to Target for their makeup, so they probably didn't sell all that much. Okay. Next, we have another new complexion product from Too Faced. Now, this is supposed to be a super coverage concealer. Fiona says, I don't think every Target sells it, only some do. That's interesting. When I look on their website, I can't find anything, so I'm not quite sure. Maybe it's just something that they don't sell on their website, or I don't know. There's not even anywhere I can plug in. Oh, here we go, brand. Let's see. It's not on their website, but that's probably not an indication of whether it's in there. Actually, maybe, hang on. Maybe it's Priceline that sells Sleek now. I swear I've seen Sleek somewhere recently, but I can't remember where. Most Targets don't sell NYX anymore either. I think that's because Priceline have NYX now. I think they may have taken the rights to NYX in Australia from Target, which is kind of understandable because I don't know, like I said, I don't know anyone that goes to Target for makeup. I'm on a mission to find out where Sleek Cosmetics is in Australia now. No, nothing's coming up. That's a little bit disappointing. Was just about to say Priceline could have picked it up. They picked up Elf also. Yes. Now that you say that, Stevie, I noticed that. I think this week I was looking at the latest Priceline catalog, and I noticed that Elf was in there. So I really hope that Priceline kind of do Elf justice, because Kmart definitely does not and did not. So I really hope that Priceline get some of the more latest collections from Elf, because there's a few really good products from Elf that I like people rave about from the US, like their concealer and stuff that Kmart would stock or they wouldn't stock. But when they did stock, they only stock like 3 colors of certain products. So I think there's definitely some winning really good products from Elf, but Kmart just didn't do them justice. I think Kmart in general with their beauty department is pretty slack. So hopefully Priceline bring out some of the really good stuff from Elf, particularly like those new eyeshadow palettes, those little ones. They look really good quality. Yes, waiting on the palettes. Yes. Those, like, I think they're like $3 in America. They look really good. I wonder if Priceline's pretty good with their website. So let's see what they have from Elf. Completely sidetracked right now. Sorry, but we're going off on a tangent. So let's have a look. Elf, there we go. I remember way back in the day, the first thing, I think one of the first eyeshadow palettes was one of the giant eyeshadow palettes from Elf. Like, I think it was the 30 or 40 pan eyeshadow palettes. I got rid of it really, really quickly. But yeah, it's just funny to look back. Oh, they only have what looks to be the skincare products from Elf on the website at the moment. So they only have the primers, the blur sticks, the mists, and some of the face oils and booster drops on Priceline at the moment. Hopefully they get some of the let me just buy Elf. I'm just going to show you guys. may as well while we're here. So as you can see, they only have the primers. Let me make this bigger. The primers, the blur sticks, the mist, and these oils and drops. So not much. So I don't know, maybe they have different buying rights. Maybe the line from e.l.f. in terms of makeup has sold to someone else the rights at the moment, and then the skincare is to Priceline. Maybe they're in the process of getting more. I'm not quite sure. I definitely hope that they get more from e.l.f. because just having all this is a bit boring. I wish that they would have some of the makeup because I'm keen to try some of the e.l.f. makeup. Okay, let's swap back to Instagram and let's talk about this new concealer from Too Faced. Now, I'm kind of surprised that Too Faced don't already have a concealer like this. I don't know, every brand seems to have a kind of pot concealer of some kind. I know Benefit do. I think they've switched their pot concealer to a doe foot tube though. Maybe they still have their pot concealer. NARS have a pot concealer now. A lot of brands seem to have a concealer in some way, shape, or form like this. So this is the Peach Perfect Instant Coverage Matte Concealer. So it's waterproof, sweatproof, non-codemogenic. I can never say that word. And crease-proof for 14 hours. So it covers anything that you want to cover from pigmentation to acne scars. It's supposed to be lightweight, soft matte, truly blends seamlessly onto the skin. You can use your finger, brush. It's supposed to be perfect brush to use. Hang on, is there? Oh, wait, no. So there must be a brush coming out as well to use in those hard to cover areas around the nose and eyes. So obviously there's some brushes coming out from Too Faced as well. I hope that this is not all the colors. I'm praying that this is not all the colors because 4 is not enough. That is appalling if that is the shade range. There's going to be a lot of people that are not going to be able to use this. I really hope as well that this is not heavily scented with the peach like I know a lot of the peach range are. If it is, I don't know, having a heavily scented product under your eyes, I don't know, depending on how heavily scented it is. I know sometimes when I have really heavily scented stuff under my eyes, it can really irritate my eyes and almost make them water. So I would have to give this the sniff test before I even think about buying it. I don't know. I wish that brands would just stop. I know I complained about this last week, but stop putting a scent in their products. I know it adds to the whole luxurious feel of it, but scents can be very polarizing, particularly something like peach. Scents can be very polarizing. People can have sensitivities to different scents, different like chemicals and products that make up the scent. So I just wish that brands would steer clear of that. I don't know why we need a scented concealer. Who knows? We'll see what this is like. I'm going to wait and see some reviews, see what people think about it. I don't know whether 14 hours, I don't know, 14 hours, I guess that's probably about the standard of how long I wear my makeup for. But I have quite oily skin, so my makeup can break down pretty quickly. So even if something says 14 hours or even if something says like 24 hours, my oil production in my face like puts that to shame because it starts breaking it down really, really quickly. So I don't know. We'll see what this is like. We'll see what the pigmentation is like. See what everything is like with this one. I don't know. I probably would prefer to go with the NARS one than this, particularly because I know the NARS isn't super heavily scented. I do know For those of you that are cruelty-free, NARS probably doesn't hit it for you because they sell in China now. So this may be a good alternative for you, but I think that this peach scent, and I know a lot of people have said with the powder that the scent is quite offensive. So if it's the same scent that the powder has in this concealer, you're probably not going to like it if you don't like the powder. Okay. Next, we have another collection between MAC and Selena. So this is it just okay. I think that this is just a return of the lip gloss. I don't think this is a new collection. I think it's just a return of the lip gloss. Can you not? There's a bug flying around my room. Please don't follow me. I think that this is just a return of the lip gloss. So it looks like it was quite popular. So they've just brought back the lip gloss in this range. So I think we'll just skip over that one. We have some new eyeshadow products from Glossier. So these are the Sky Wash Sheer Matte Liquid Tint. Oh my gosh. Lid Tint. Tripping over my words today. So these are some interesting colors. So we have like a cornflower blue here. We've got this fresh green. There's some interesting colors in here. Those are probably the two unique ones. The rest are pretty basic colors. I don't hate this, but I definitely wouldn't pick any up. I think that the effect on the eye, I don't know, is kind of cool. It gives you like this kind of very pastel, almost translucent wash. You could definitely get this look with eyeshadows. It's a liquid to powder as well. Powdery finish formula that doesn't feel... Okay, so it's a powder finish formula that doesn't feel powdery. Okay. Blendable color melts into skin, creates a pretty diffused effect that lasts. I think that you'll definitely have to have a specific style and preference with your makeup to buy these. Like I said, I think it gives a very nice, very pretty look on the eyes, but it's not the kind of look that I go for. And if I want this, I can just like do a color wash with just an eyeshadow on my eyes. So when I say a color wash, that's just like taking a eyeshadow with a bit of a fluffy brush and just basically blending it over your eye with just one color. And you can like build up the pigment in certain areas if you want more definition, but you can get a very similar effect with just one single eyeshadow in like a color, and you just blend it over the eye. So I think a lot of people could get this look and effect with what they already have in their collection. I do think that the whole system of it is very like travel friendly. So if you travel a lot, I know a lot of us say that everything's travel friendly and then don't travel a lot. But I think if you like this aesthetic, I think you'll like the product. If you are very Glossier, like if you're a big Glossier fan, you'll like this. But for me, it's just a bit meh. Like a lot of Glossier products. And Glossier still do not ship to Australia, and I think they don't ship to a lot of international places as well. Actually, I don't even think they ship anywhere internationally, which I think is absolutely appalling. This brand has been out for years and years and years and years. Like coming on, I think 5 or 6 years this brand has been out, and they still do not ship internationally. I think that is absolutely appalling. And I think if you're not keen to ship in that internationally, find someone that'll stock your brand so they can do it for you. Like Beautylish, Beauty Bay, like they'll do it for you if you don't want to go to the hassle of like negotiating shipping costs and all that. I think Glossier are shooting themselves in the foot when it comes to the expansion of their brand by not shipping internationally. Okay. more stuff from Kylie Cosmetics. So this is in addition to the Khloe Kardashian collection. So we have a new lip pencil. Which is in a lip kit, and a restock of the highlighter. I don't have any swatches, so I can't really talk about the color. The liquid lipstick looks like a decent color, actually. Like, it looks kind of like my perfect everyday nude color. But I'm not going to buy from Kylie Cosmetics. And there's no swatch photos, which is disappointing. So Sigma Beauty has collaborated with Jordan Liberty, which is kind of exciting. I don't really need any more brushes though, so I'm probably not going to buy any of this. And it looks like you can only buy this in a set, which is a little bit disappointing because I don't know about any of you, but I have a lot of eyeshadow brushes. I have a lot of makeup brushes in general. So I'm at the point where I like to buy specific brushes, and I wouldn't probably buy a whole collection again because I have that many brushes and I don't need to bring a whole set into my collection. So I probably would pass on all this. And I think a lot of these might be brushes that Sigma already have, but with Jordan Liberty's like name on the handle and this white and gold design, which is very pretty. Don't get me wrong, very, very pretty. But I think a lot of these I probably would already have if they're already existing Sigma brushes. So I'm not going to buy this, which I'm a little bit disappointed. I would like to see them bring these out in individuals. So maybe if you already have a large brush collection and you want to like support this collaboration, or you want to get the white handle or expand on your collection in certain areas, that way you can buy them individually. This is a total of $249 US. Let me see. I want to count all these. So you get 13 brushes in this kit from what I can see for $249. It's a decent price for a big brush set like that. And $25 US of each of these supports the AACR Foundation, which is awesome as well. But like I said, I would like to see these in so these are vegan, cruelty-free, waterproof brushes that are built to last. And I will say Sigma brushes are very good quality. Sigma brushes are the first brushes that I brought, and I still have a lot of those brushes today, and they are going on maybe like 8 or 9 years old. So if you look after your brushes, even if you buy slightly cheaper brushes, Sigma are probably not the cheapest brushes, but they are good quality. So at least if you buy the quality brushes and you look after them, they definitely will last you. So I like this collaboration. I just wish that maybe they came out with some smaller sets in the collaboration, so people that already have a lot of Sigma brushes can just kind of buy maybe an eye set or a face set, or they can buy the whole thing. Or if Sigma came out with like a customize your own set, that'd also be really cool. I'd like to see that. I'm going to skip over this one for now because I have better photos up here. So we'll get to that one eventually. Actually, I might have to skip this one too because, okay, I'm going to skip this one as well because there's more photos up there with better, better images and swatches. This is a new set from Fourth Ray Beauty. Actually, there's two sets. So we have the Budding Romance Kit, which comes with a mini rose face milk and a mini rose hip oil. And then we have the Mini Mellow Milk Mist, which comes with the face milk, the rose hip oil, the mellow milk mist, a rose quartz roller, and the Good Mood Gel Moisturizer. These get some pretty good quality, like not quality, value. The Bloom set is $50 and you get 5 products, which is pretty good value, I think. So that's about $10 for each product. And then the Budding Romance Kit, you get the 3 products. So they're really good value. I think if you had a younger skin, like one that didn't need as much products that target certain things, so if you didn't have any skin concerns or anything like that, or you're just starting to get into skincare, so you need something basic that basically removes your makeup and moisturizes, I think the Fourth Ray Beauty line is a good place to start because they're a reasonable price. They seem to have fairly good ingredients in most of their products. So I think it'd be a good place to start if you are just starting to get into skincare. If you have specific skin concerns, I probably wouldn't go down this route. I would recommend going a more like science-based, like proven skincare range, one that has more targeted products for your concerns. But I do think that this is a good baseline to start at, or even if you want to just get like their cleanser, for example, or their rosehip oil. Like you can't really go wrong with rosehip oil. Even some of their mists, like you could use them as setting sprays or hydrating sprays, different things like that. But I think as like a core skincare range, if you have really specific concerns, I would definitely not buy them. I would pick and choose from the Fourth Ray Beauty stuff. Carolyn, I'm not keen to try them anyway. That's in relation to the Kylie Cosmetics. Stevie, I've never tried Stigma. Never tried Stigma. That's all right. They are they were a lot harder to get in Australia. And I will say the one thing that annoyed me about Sigma was they really shot a lot of their distributors in the foot because they signed exclusivity rights with Sephora. So I know, for example, a lot of the smaller beauty salons and stuff in Australia had like a wholesale account with them and would stock Sigma. And as soon as Sigma signed with Sephora, basically they cancelled everyone's wholesale accounts, which is a little bit rude. And I'm not quite sure whether, I haven't been onto their site for ages, but I think their site is kind of designed at the moment where they prefer you not to buy from them if you're in Australia. But they are really good quality brushes, I will say. They are good quality if you look after them. And they're synthetic as well. Well, most of them are synthetic. I've tried a few things that I've liked from them, but yes, they aren't anti-aging. Yeah, I have tried a few things from Fourth Ray Beauty as well. I'm using their, I think it's the cleansing milk. So it's just a basic cleanser at the moment, and it's quite nice. And I've tried, what else did I try? I think I've tried some of their moisturizers, and I quite liked them as well. Majority of my brushes are Tarte and Manicare Glam. I don't think I've tried any brushes from either of those brands. Okay, so we have some new products from I Heart Revolution. So these are some lip masks and lip balms. And then we also have some mini palettes. We have a dew fixing spray and a brightening fixing spray. So the mini palettes are mini versions of palettes that they've brought out previously. So these are the lip balms, lip masks and lip balms. So we have cherry pie, coconut ice, mango smoothie, vanilla cake, and watermelon popsicle. And we have a mini avocado palette and a mini tasty peach palette. This mini avocado palette looks kind of cool. But I will say this reminds me a little bit of that mini elf palette in the green colorway. I'm not the biggest fan of Makeup Revolution, I Heart Revolution's eyeshadow formula. I just don't think it performs that great. I think it's a very hit and miss. What is this one? Oh, this is the Tasty Peach palette. So it looks like a lot of double ups in this palette as well. Those swatches don't do it justice at all. The watermelon fixing spray, disgusting. Makes me want to vom. For those of you that are new here in my live streams or to my channel, the smell of watermelon makes me feel sick. The idea of watermelon makes me feel sick. So anything watermelon scented, I immediately dislike, because just the smell of watermelon makes me basically want to vomit, because I just have a reaction to watermelon. So I really don't like it. The pineapple one, though, oh my gosh, it is drawing me in. I don't think that these would be probably the best sprays, though, but the smell of pineapple, I absolutely love. So it's like polarizing scents for me right now. I'm not going to buy any of this. I Heart Revolution for me is just not a brand that I'm really interested in. So I'm not really interested in any of this. Carolyn says I have some good Tarte brushes too. Tarte is always my go-to. I Heart Revolution sends me to sleep. Oh, so true. And manicure is available at the local chemist. Oh, okay. I know what brand you're talking about now. They're the ones that have all the, like, the nail clippers and the eyelash curlers, and I know which brand you're talking about now. Okay, moving on from that snooze fest, on to something a little bit more exciting, something that I have almost purchased, but I don't think I'm going to, because I don't know, there's something about this palette, like I really want to love this palette, but there's something about it that stops me. So this is the new Lethal Cosmetics and Jolena collection. So this is the first collaboration that Lethal Cosmetics has done with anyone, and I absolutely love Lethal Cosmetics. I think their eyeshadow formula is beautiful. I think they have some of the most unique eyeshadow colors. I love their whole design your own eyeshadow palette system they have on their website. And I think due to the popularity of that, a lot of brands have kind of taken that and put it into their own site if they sell single eyeshadows. There's colors in this eyeshadow palette that I absolutely love, particularly this blue. It is stunning. This mustard, this purple, beautiful. Even these lighter colors I think are beautiful, but there's a few like this one here I probably wouldn't wear. Probably get some use out of these ones. Like the majority of the palette I really, really like. I kind of wish that Lethal made these available in singles though, because I don't know, I have this mindset at the moment where I'm like, with Lethal particularly, because they have the palettes and I want to keep going down that line, and I want to have palettes where I can change them out with their singles, whereas this is kind of set in place. So I wish that they made these available in singles where I could just pick up the few colors that I like and maybe make another new palette with the colors that I like and additional colors from their website. So I think it's very pretty. Like I said, I've come this close to buying it a few times, but it's not something that I probably would grab for all that much. And I was thinking maybe I just buy it to review it, but Lethal Cosmetics takes quite a while to get to Australia. So by the time I got it, the hype would probably be over and done with. So as much as I wanted it and as much as I tried to justify Buying it, I stopped myself. I think it's a very pretty palette. I think the colors are stunning, but I think I'm probably just going to stick to making another new palette with Lethal Cosmetics, and designing my own palette again with the colors out of their range that I don't have and the colors out of their range that I want to bring into my collection. So yeah. And I don't have a massive draw to supporting Jolena, because I think she's a German. I'm pretty sure she's a German YouTuber, and I think a lot of her videos are in German. She looks like a really good makeup artist, but I just don't have that connection with her to have that draw to buy this product to support her. And then there's also some lip products. Now, the lipsticks, I believe that this is the first bullet lipstick that Lethal Cosmetics has released, and there's these two colors, so this reddy color and this nude, and then we have a new lip gloss to their range as well. So it's a beautiful collection, and I think it's done really well. I don't think I need it in my collection. I'm kind of glad that I stopped myself, because I think it would be something that I would enjoy initially, and then it would end up going in my drawer and I just wouldn't grab it all that often. So I think I'm happy with my decision to not buy it. And I would prefer to just buy other shadows from Lethal at the moment. So this is the collection from Morphe that we were talking about before, but we didn't go further into. So this is they have a new artistry palette. So this is the Sunset Beats palette. So this is one of their smaller, more condensed down palettes. The style of their palettes that I much prefer, because they're not excessive. And then we have some more face and body bronzers. These must be new. I thought Morphe already had bronzers in their collection. Maybe I don't know. Maybe they don't. And then there's a deluxe face and body brush. None of this collection is interesting to me. I much prefer these smaller designed palettes from Morphe. I still reckon they could probably condense it down even further and still get the vibe of the palette into a smaller design. But I like seeing these smaller palettes from Morphe. I would be more inclined to try Morphe. I'm not going to, but I would be more inclined to try or buy something from Morphe if it was in a smaller palette like this than those massive, massive palettes that I have nowhere to store them. I think this is all right, but there's a few redundant colors in here that I think would look very similar on the eye to each other. I don't need it. Not going to buy it. It's not for me. Okay. This is very interesting to me. I know there's weird things that are interesting to me at the moment when it comes to the beauty industry. So these are some new Sheen Screen SPF 50. So these are a lip balm that have SPF 50 in them. And I think that is amazing that you have like a lip balmy type product that has SPF 50 in them. I think I myself, my lips and my eyelids are something that I tend to forget a lot about when it comes to protecting them from the sun. I don't think any of my lip balms or like lipsticks that I use on a daily basis have any form of SPF in them. So I think this is a fantastic idea. I also, like, when I apply my sunscreen, I don't know, for some reason I feel weird putting it like on my eyelids and like right under my eyes and on my lips. I just feel like that's somewhere that I probably shouldn't put my sunscreen, just because my really sensitive eyes. So I love this. I love this idea. I think it's a fantastic idea. Ultraviolet as well, you can now buy through Sephora Australia. So if you wanted to try them, you can get them through Sephora Australia. So maybe wait until the Sephora Australia 15, 20% off sale. I don't know, whichever one's coming next. How much are these? It does not say. But these have lanolin in them, shea butter, cocoa seed butter, and it does say that they are fully sustainably sourced. So these guys are ticking all the boxes at the moment with this product. I'm very interested. So this looks to be that there's only 2 new shades added. So obviously 2 of these are already existing. I think I'm going to buy one of these at some point. I really like this idea. I like the idea of sunscreen on my lips, protecting my lips. And my lips get really dry as well. So like protecting them from the sun and the heat and the UV and all that with something like this would be a really good idea for me with my super dry lips. I am keen as bean. I don't know how much these are. I wonder if these are on, let me check. I'm interested to know how much these are. I've heard really good things about some of the ultraviolet skincare range. I kind of wish they were available at Mecca instead of Sephora. That's all. I don't know. I don't 100% enjoy the shopping experience at Sephora, in Australia at least. And their rewards program is absolutely crap. Not saying that Mecca's is any better, but Sephora's is just terrible. And with their rewards as well, their rewards are absolutely crap. Oh, it's not even on their website yet. Maybe they mustn't be available at Sephora until later this month. Maybe it's only in-store. Am I spelling it right? It must be later this month that Ultraviolet is available in Australia, in Sephora. Otherwise, you can buy it, obviously, from the Ultraviolet website. So I think when I run out of my sunscreen that I have at the moment, I think I have like maybe half a bottle left. I think I'm going to look into Ultraviolet and check out their, let me show you what I'm interested in trying. They have a face screen that is supposed to be really lightweight. I think it's this one. This one here. And it's I think it's an SPF 50. And it's supposed to be like really lightweight and really nice. What's this one? Yeah, so this is an SPF 50 Supreme Screen Hydrating Facial Sunscreen. And I think they're supposed to like not be greasy. They're not supposed to be really, really thick like most sunscreens. And I believe that they are, yeah, they're Australian made. So they are basically like designed for the Australian weather. And they don't have any oxybenzones in them, and they're cruelty-free as well. Oh, you can buy them from Adore Beauty. Buy it from Adore Beauty instead of Sephora Australia. I much prefer shopping from Adore Beauty. And Adore Beauty do 20% off sales quite regularly. So, yeah. They look good. I have brought one from one of the sunscreens, but I brought mine from Adore Beauty. I've seen it at Sephora, but I couldn't find it online. Yeah. I would much prefer supporting Adore Beauty. Adore Beauty is an Australian-owned online retailer. So if you are like me and you much prefer supporting like Australian-owned brands, you can buy an Australian-owned brand from an Australian-owned online retailer. So getting on my high horse right now. If you want to support, like double support an Australian company, buy it through Adore Beauty. And you always get a Tim Tam with Adore Beauty too. Like a spokesperson for them. So this is a new lipstick from Trixie Cosmetics. This is called Stacey's Mum. And I feel like this is the same as every other color that Trixie Cosmetics has come out with. Wait until you see it. Does it look the same to you as every other color they have? I don't know. I think Trixie is a really cool drag queen. I like her style of makeup. but nothing from her brand really interests me. In saying that though, I don't think I'm the target audience when it comes to this brand. Like, I don't wear a lot of glitters. I don't wear like really bright pink colors like this anymore. So I don't think I'm really the target audience for this brand, but I do like, I really like her as a drag queen. I think her makeup's really unique. So I'm glad that she's able to like expand her brand and range, and that it's popular enough that she is adding more products. But nothing at the moment has really interested me when it comes to this brand. I have the SPF 30 matte one. Yeah, that's in saying that as well, Carolyn. Thank you for reminding me. Ultraviolet have like matte versions of their sunscreen. So if you find that the sunscreen that you have is super oily or leaves like your skin too dewy, they do have matte versions of their sunscreens as well. Some more stuff from Dermalogica. We spoke about a new product from Dermalogica last week. This is the Active Clay Cleanser. So it's a purifying prebiotic cleanser. So it's black. Cool. This is supposed to deeply purify oily skin while protecting the skin's moisture barriers. I like that idea. I really like that idea. So if you have super oily skin and you are stripping your skin too much, it's just going to make your skin produce even more oil. So this is getting basically the crap and the gunk out of your skin without stripping it and making it feel super like squeaky clean. I know a lot of people that have really oily skin like that feeling. I'm one of them actually, but it's not good for your skin. It's not good for your skin. You need to like at least leave some form of moisture in your skin. Otherwise, your skin overreacts and starts to freak out, and it produces like even more oil to replace the oil that you've just stripped out of it. So I really like this idea. To be honest, I've never actually tried any Dermalogica skincare products. I know people that absolutely rave about their products. One of my friends has like quite it's a lot better now, but she did have like quite acne skin, and she swears by Dermalogica. She uses a lot of their products still to this day and absolutely loves them. But I've never tried Dermalogica. Can you believe it? I just think that they've always kind of, not that they're super expensive, but they've just always, not even that they're out of my price range. I don't know. I've just always kind of glanced over them. Nothing's ever really jumped out at me. Yeah, I don't know. I've just always passed over Dermalogica. I've never really delved further into the brand. But this sounds like a really cool cleanser. I think it would be a really good one. $62 US though is expensive for a cleanser. I'm a bit of a cheapskate when it comes to my skincare routine. I always like skimp when it comes to my cleansers and even my moisturizers. I spend the bulk of my money when it comes to my skincare on my serums and my eye creams because I feel like my eyes are my problem areas. So I spend the most of my money on my eye creams and my serums. So anything like resurfacing, retexturizing, any nice like retinols or anything like that. That's where I spend the bulk of my money. When it comes to cleansers, I'll just go to Priceline and find whatever's on special. Or I'll take whatever someone will give me. Anytime someone's like clearing out their skincare, like my friend, I think last year or the year before, used to she like cleaned out all her skincare and was like, this cleanser's not working for me. This cleanser's not working for me. I'm like, I'll use anything. I'll take all of them. So I have a massive stockpile. Same with my mum. My mum was like, do you want all these cleansers? So, yeah, I'll take them. I'll use anything when it comes to cleansing. My skincare consists of soap and makeup wipes. Don't use makeup wipes. I'm going to get on my high horse. Don't use makeup wipes. 1, they're bad for your skin, and 2, they're so bad for the environment. Don't use makeup wipes. Dermalogica is expensive. I've only tried a couple of things. Yeah. When a cleanser is like $60, that's a lot of money to be paying. I probably would check out Dermalogica for, like I said, certain things like serums and like eye creams and certain things like that. But when it comes to cleansers, I probably wouldn't pay Dermalogica prices. The next product is Pharmacy Beauty. This is their Be Clean body wash. Okay, so this is a gentle foaming shower gel that cleanses and hydrates the skin. Okay, soap-free, sulfate-free, leaves skin feeling silky soft, supple, and perfectly clean. So it's got buckwheat, honey, and apple extract in it. So $30. This looks like a really small bottle for a body wash. I don't know. I always buy massive bottles when it comes to body wash because I don't know. I feel like I probably use way too much body wash. I probably do use too much, but I buy like quite big bottles of body wash. It's just something that I don't really enjoy buying. So I'll just buy a massive bottle and it'll last me like a year. So probably wouldn't buy this. And I don't think, maybe pharmacy's available at Sephora Australia now. I can't remember. I would prefer to try from this brand some of their skincare products rather than a body wash. Okay, Fenty Beauty have extended their Match Stick range with 2 new deeper shades. So we have Ebony and Caviar. I think this is fantastic. I obviously don't have a need for these really deep shades, but I am loving the fact that Fenty Beauty have extended their range, particularly a cream bronzer, a product like this, because I think a lot of people with really deep skin tones have a lot of trouble finding a contour product like this. I think a lot of brands stop at a certain point when it comes to colors and they don't go really deep like this. So I think this is fantastic that they have extended their shade range to even deeper than what they already had. Oh gosh, I am missing. I use a face halo and that's it 9 times out of 10. Yes, it's okay. So for pharmacy, thank you, Stevie, is actually at Sephora Australia. I have a version of the face halo from Nutrimedics. It's great. Also, you can get a cheaper version from Makeup Eraser Towel from Kmart, and it's also good. How do you clean the makeup eraser? I have the reusable cotton rounds, and I just put them in a delicates bag and I throw them in the washing machine. I also use cleansing oil. So I take my makeup off every night in the shower. So I use a cleansing oil in the shower and that removes like most of my makeup. And then I'll follow up with a cleanser. So just a normal cleanser, whatever I have in the shower at the time. So I always do a 2-step cleansing routine. So I'll use a cleansing oil and then I'll follow it up with a cleanser and then I'll get out of the shower and put all my skincare on. And then in the morning, I just use a cleanser. I'll just do a quick rinse off with a cleanser and then I'm good to go. Okay, so that's everything on beauty news. Let's have a look at, I think there was a few things on Trend Mood and I don't think there was any indie makeup other than the Lethal Cosmetics, but we will have a look before we go. What is this? Okay, so we have some new products from Drunk Elephant. So Drunk Elephant are moving into hair care, which I find a little bit weird. So we have the TLC Happy Scalp Scrub. We have the Coco Mino Glossing Shampoo, the Coco Mino Marula Cream Conditioner, the Wild Marula Tangle Spray, and that's it. So just 4 new products. I feel like this year we're seeing makeup brands go into skincare, and we're seeing skincare brands go into hair care. Everyone's like just, blurring the lines and trying to make some more money. I have massive bottles of shampoo and conditioner in my shower at the moment. And I also have a crap load of like other hair care products. So I don't need anything. I don't need anything. And I think Drunk Elephant is way overpriced. I think it's way overpriced. So I probably wouldn't pick any of that up anyway. This is new from Kimchi. So we have a highlighter palette. Just going to blow my nose again, guys, because you don't need to listen to me sniffling. Oh, okay. So this is a highlighter palette. This is supposed to be a big palette that includes 6 wearable, fun, stunning colors. I don't know if I would call like a mint highlighter wearable or any of these colors wearable, especially for me with my really pale skin tone. It's cool to see once again a brand expanding. I think that these kind of highlighter colors are very like in keeping with the Kimchi brand and aesthetic and like her look. Once again, I think Kimchi is a really cool drag queen. I love her like makeup style, but this isn't for me. It's $18 US, which I think is a really reasonable price for 6 highlighters. I wonder how deep these pans are, because it looks like you can see the waffle pan. Like you can see the waffle pan. So I don't know how deep these would be. I wonder how much product you're getting in this. Does it say? No, it doesn't say. Yeah, I wonder how much product comes in these, because those pans do not look deep at all. Anyway, $18 for 6 colors is still a reasonable price. I'm not going to pick it up because that would require placing an order from a US brand. And at the moment, the Australian dollar, when it comes to conversions with US or anywhere in the world, is absolutely shocking at the moment. So I am really like second guessing purchasing anything from overseas at the moment, because the exchange rate it's just a killer. Ooh, this is a product. You know how I said before that really random things were exciting me at the moment? This is another thing that is exciting me. This is a new product from Sand and Sky, and this is a body exfoliator. I am kind of keen to try this. I think I have one more exfoliator that I have in my shower that I'm working through at the moment. I think once I finish that, I might pick this one up and try it, because I don't know, this is really grabbing my attention. I love the little pink pot that it comes in. You get a little scoop. I don't think I would really I don't think I would really use the scoop, but I think this is really cool. So it's supposed to help tackle cellulite, stretch marks, ingrown hairs, blend of coconut and macadamia shell. Moisturizing formula leaves skin soft and smooth for longer with Australian virgin macadamia oil. Eco-friendly mica glitter shines for radiant shimmer. Oh, maybe I won't pick it up. Why do we need mica in a body scrub? Why do we need any form of shimmer in a body scrub? That's just stupid. Maybe I won't pick this one up. It's also got coconut and macadamia shell in it, which unlike sugar or coffee, it doesn't quite like dissolve when it hits the water. So if you are concerned about like micro tears or anything like that with your skin, probably steer clear of this. I know, what's her name? Kylie Cosmetics got absolutely scolded because she had, was it like apricot shell or something like that in her scrub? So this would be like a similar texture to that. So if you want something that's a little bit softer and more gentle on your skin, I probably wouldn't pick this one up, because I would imagine it would be probably quite scrubby because it has that shell, well, the macadamia and the coconut shell in it. I probably will still pick this up because I like a really hard scrub on my body. Like I like the really rough, get down and dirty kind of scrub on my body. So I probably will pick this one up. I hate the idea that it's got mica in it though. I don't think we need that in a body scrub, particularly when it's just going to wash down the drain. I don't know. What are you doing, Sand Sky? That just seems stupid. And they're like emphasizing that it's eco-friendly. Yes, mica is eco-friendly because it comes from the ground. But do we need it? Like, do we really need it in there? And I know a lot of people are like on the mica bandwagon at the moment because of where it's sourced. So it does say it's eco-friendly, but it doesn't say that it's ethically sourced. It may very well be ethically sourced, but it doesn't state that. So if you are concerned about that aspect of mica at the moment, I don't know, it's not clear on here whether it is ethically sourced. I don't know. And I don't know whether this, like whether you're supposed to leave it on your skin as kind of like a mask for a little while and then wash it off. I think I have allergies today. Okay, I am missing everyone's discussion. Okay, Stevie says I have the makeup eraser towel from Kmart. I just brought a couple packs of Face Halo when they were on sale, so I just alternate. I'm waiting for the next price on sale to get Face Halos. My skin doesn't like Drunk Elephant. Yeah, I brought the little kits of Drunk Elephant, and like I didn't have a reaction to it, but I didn't find any like any dramatic differences to my skin. Like the price that you pay for Drunk Elephant, I just don't think it's worth it. I don't see any amazing differences in my skin paying the prices of Drunk Elephant to the prices of, say, I don't know, Glow Recipe or anything like that. So yeah, I definitely don't think Drunk Elephant's worth it. They have bigger ones now for the body, but I'm considering getting it for my face too. Oh my God, our dollar worth 5 cents and a plastic button. That's so true. But they had me at cellulite. Yes, that's true. That's why I'm wondering whether 4-in-1 formula, deeply detox, smooth, moisturize, and illuminate. Yeah, they kind of did have me at cellulite as well. Cellulite, stretch marks, and ingrown hairs. All those 3 phrases, I was like, ooh, sign me up. I'm always curious about shimmer body scrubs. They don't just end up shimmering your towels. Yeah, you're kind of right. Like, I guess it depends on how vigorous you dry your body. This would probably be something that you might have to like pat dry your skin if you want the shimmer to last. But yeah, I don't know, like, because if you want to use this as, I guess, like a pre-tan scrub as well, the shimmer's not going to be good because, like, to get a tan, you want nothing on your skin. Like, you want to have your body, like, completely clean. So the shimmer is not a good idea. But I guess if you want your skin to look nice and glowy, like, it's beneficial that way. I don't know. And then, yeah, like if if you scrub your back, like when you dry yourself with your towel, it's probably going to rub most of the shimmer off as well. So yeah, I think it's just to make it look pretty in the jar more than anything. To have that whole like experience. I don't know. I'm on the fence about that one. I probably will pick it up. I don't know. Maybe. I'm almost out of the Sand and Sky. I think you can buy at Mecca now as well. I'm almost out. I've completely gone through the Sand and Sky pink clay mask, and I'm almost out of the scrub, the face scrub they have, and I actually quite like their face scrub. So maybe, I don't know, I might pick it up again. I quite like it. Okay, we spoke about all this stuff last week, so I'm not going to touch on it again. So we might just quickly jump on over to indie makeup, and we'll just see if there's anything to chat about. I don't think there is anything. Indie makeup is much more enjoyable to look at and talk about because they don't release stuff at the like astonishing rate as normal brands. Okay, so this is the Love Lux Beauty quad that's coming out soon. This looks beautiful. This looks beautiful. I'm a sucker for purples. For those of you that are new and don't know, absolute sucker for purples. This pale lavender color, though, probably not for me, and I probably would prefer if this one was a matte rather than a shimmer. But this one looks beautiful, and this one looks beautiful. I've never tried anything from Love Lux Beauty. I don't know, as much as I love purples, and most palettes that I buy these days I pick up because there's a nice purple in it. So I don't need any more. No more. This is a new palette from Cloud Beauty Company. This is the Revolution Frances palette. I'm terrible. Hello, my name is Bettina. I'm Australian and I struggle with pronouncing or saying anything in a different language. Just be warned. Just be warned. I struggle with English enough as it is without trying to pronounce something in a different language. Unless it's Spanish. Spanish I'm usually pretty good with. So this palette, I don't know, it's a little bit too grungy for my liking. I probably wouldn't wear any of these colors. I don't know. The saturation on this, it just seems a little bit off. I don't know. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't wear these. Nothing stands out to me. Like, nothing in this palette grabs my attention, is interesting me, is intriguing me to buy this palette. You know how normally you look at a palette and you go, ooh, I like that color. Like, there's normally at least one color in there that you go, I like that color. And then you go from there, you're like, ooh, that one too, and that one too. But this palette, there's nothing really that I like. Maybe this blue, and that's probably about it. That's about as far as it goes. So definitely not interested in this one either. I think that's about it. We're still waiting for this little guy to be released, what's inside. I can't wait to see what's inside that one. Gimme Glow is on my list of brands to try this year. So I'm very keen to try something from Gimme Glow. And what else do I keep forgetting. For some reason this year, my list of brands that I want to try this year, I just keep forgetting what's on the list. Where is it? So I've got Terra Moon, M Cosmetics, Menagerie, Jouer, Gimme Glow, Luxie, Olaplex Go To, Ray Morris, and Luna Beauty. So I actually have something from Menagerie Cosmetics. My husband brought me the Feral palette for my birthday. And then everything else I haven't tried yet. Jouer actually is available in store in Mecca, in a few more Meccas now. So they first started, I think it was in like the Melbourne Central store. And now, like in Queensland, I think they're available in Chermside and Pacific Fair in store. And like across Australia now, there's at least, I think, 2 or 3 stores in each state that actually has Jouer in store now. So if you want to check them out, you can go. Actually, I think one of the Brisbane stores has them in store as well. So like Brisbane Winter Garden, I think it is. So if you want to actually go in store and swatch things, and like if you want to try their foundation and get color matched, there's a lot more stores now that have them in store, which I really like seeing. Gimme Glow, I'm so tempted, but the shipping kills me. I just can't. Yes, I agree. I have almost purchased from a lot of American indie brands lately, but the conversion and the shipping, it's a killer at the moment. Like, it really is. You have to really be committed to spending quite a lot of money to get something. Like at least $200 is like the starting mark when you're buying from an American indie brand at the moment. Jouer, I really have been wanting to try for over 12 months. I am in the same boat with you, Stevie. I have been wanting, ever since Jouer announced, actually before Jouer announced they came to Mecca, I almost purchased from like their actual international store. And then like a week later, I think Mecca announced that they were in their stores. And I was like, oh, great. Which stores? And it was only like Melbourne Central that had them in their physical store. And I think a lot of feedback and stuff to Mecca has been that they wanted, like the consumers, they want more brands in store that they can actually like go in, touch, swatch, play, get color matched as well. Foundations and stuff, they're really hard to buy online and get a good color match. And Mecca doesn't accept returns, which is fair enough. Like I think returns is very wasteful when it comes to makeup. Like a lot of the stuff in America that people return, those companies just throw it in the bin. They don't actually like put it back on the shelf. So I think returns when it comes to makeup, yes, it's cool, it's convenient, and it's nice to have the chance to make the exchange. But a lot of the times it's just more landfill. They brought out a summer palette a fair while ago, and it looked so amazing. I was tempted. Might pick up a blush duo. I nearly purchased. Carolyn, I brought some Jouer online from Mecca. I've nearly purchased the blush palette from Jouer so many times. And then I'm like, do I need 6 more blushes in my collection? Probably not. And then I try and justify it. I'm like, but I could do a video on it. So, yeah, I definitely, those blush duos look really nice. And the, let me get rid of that. And the bronzers, I've heard really good things about their bronzers as well. And their highlighters. I've heard a lot of good things about Jouer in general, actually. Okay. That's all the beauty releases. If there's anything else you guys want to talk about while I'm here, ask me in the comments. Otherwise, we've been here for almost an hour and 3/4. I always say that these live streams are only going to go for an hour, and then they end up going for nearly 2 hours, which is fine, I normally like block out my whole Sunday morning just so I can be here and yeah, not have to worry about going anywhere. I'm going overseas this year, so I'm trying to avoid purchases until August. Where are you going? I love hearing about people's overseas trips and where they're going. Yes, please tell me where you're going. I'm amazed that people get to return makeup just because they don't like it in the US. As Sephora doesn't do that, do they? You can only return something to Sephora if it arrives broken. They will replace it. Yeah. Carolyn's right there. Yeah, you can't, in Australia, you can't return something, like you can't try it, you can't use it, and then return it. Like you can't use a blush for like a month and then go, I don't like this, I'm going to take it back, like you can in America. I think with Mecca, don't quote me on this, but I think with Mecca, if you've used like a pump foundation, I think if you've used it like once and then you put it on and you go, oh, this doesn't match me, I think that they may exchange it for you if you get the right person. Like I think that they sometimes will accept an exchange like if it's just a color match issue, because those kind of things they can put in their stock for the floor. But I think only if it's like a pump product or something like that. If it's something that you've actually like swatched, like an eyeshadow palette or something like that, they won't even touch that. But if you receive something as a present and you don't like it, you can exchange it that way. London, France, and Rome. I'm so jealous. Going to Europe and London for us Aussies is so expensive. It is so expensive. I'm wanting to go to Europe again sometime very, very soon, but the exchange rate and the prices of tickets, it's like $3,000, because obviously I need to take my husband with me. It's so expensive. Like, it's such a massive chunk of change just in flights. Plus, to go over there, you've got to go for at least like 2 months, at least. I can't believe you. I love London, France, and Rome, but Spain is my favorite place. Spain has my heart. I love Spain. It's such a good place. London, I could easily live in London. Easily. Yep, I'm starting to freak out about money. Yeah. Mind you, though, food in Europe is pretty reasonably priced. Like, with the exchange rate, it makes it expensive, but it's pretty reasonably priced. Going for a month. Yeah, that's a decent amount of time. You've never left Australia. Oh my gosh. You're going to have so much fun. Yes, you have a very good point. I hope the coronavirus thing is contained by then. Yeah, especially Rome. I think Rome's getting hit really hard at the moment with it. It's very scary. Very scary, the coronavirus. And all the like side effects of it, like how it's affecting the exchange rates, the stock markets, and even just like in Australia locally, like people aren't going to Chinese food restaurants because they think they're going to get coronavirus because they're eating Chinese food. Like, that's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. But yeah, some people, just the way they react in situations like this when there's like massive outbreaks, it's just it's odd to see how people react in situations like this. I'll risk it. Rome is my choice of where to go. Actually, and I've heard as well that a lot of insurance companies, if you booked before, I hope you got travel insurance. If you booked before before the whole coronavirus thing, they'll refund your money, like they'll pay out on insurance. But if you've booked after the whole coronavirus situation, they're not refunding people money. Yeah, that's stupid. Yeah, I know. It's just the way people are reacting, like the whole thing. And people, like, I know, I don't know if many of you know Melissa Gold. One of her videos that has been up for ages, someone commented on one of her videos saying something like, wear a mask, coronavirus is a real thing, or something like that. And Mel has an Asian background, like both of her parents are like of Asian descent, and they were basically saying that because she's Asian, she needs to wear a mask because she'll spread coronavirus. Like, how disgusting is that? Someone commenting that on one of her videos. I was absolutely appalled when I saw that. Yeah, I have travel insurance because I'm disabled. Okay, very good, very good. Especially if you're going like somewhere so far away and somewhere like Europe, you definitely need travel insurance. Like, if you're traveling interstate, it's fine generally, but overseas, you definitely need it. I know, disgusting, isn't it? Just the way people behave when things like this happen. It's disgusting. And just like how people just become racist and like they won't talk. And I know a lot of people, like at the unis where they have international students and stuff, the international students are like being shunned and being like ostracized because they're Asian, and because they're Asian it means that they're like carrying the virus, which is not true. Like, absolutely disgusting how people are treating others. Corona appears are losing profits because of it. Yeah, I know. And so many uneducated people as well. So many businesses are hurting. I know. It's just, it's just shocking, absolutely shocking. And as well, because the Chinese like ports and shipping things are closed at the moment as well, because there's like nobody there to transport things, and so many people are getting sick. A lot of businesses have a lot of product and stock stuck in China, and they can't get it to distribute it because there's like no one at work in China at the moment, which is also like, it's really sad, particularly in cultures where there's like a lower like socioeconomic, and a lot of people that are doing it really tough are generally in those kind of jobs and roles, and they're not getting money because they can't work. So it's hurting everyone. Anyway, now that we've had a massive rant and discussion about coronavirus, I think I might jump off, everyone, because we have been here for an hour and 45 minutes now. I need to get off and do some filming and do some editing and my general housework before I go back to work tomorrow. As per usual, if you are here, make sure you give the video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed hanging out with me here today. So glad to see so many of you were able to make it today and hang out. It's been a load of fun. The more people that are here live, the more fun it makes it for everyone, because we all have a conversation with each other, and it's great fun talking about makeup. And what else was I going to say? If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe. I will see you in my regular videos this week. Probably won't be the normal Monday, Friday. We'll see. We'll see how I go. But there will still be 2 videos at some point this week. And yeah, I hope you have a fantastic week. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will see you next Sunday live again. And it will probably be 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time again. And I'll see you all then. Goodbye, everyone. And thank you for joining me today. Goodbye.